Hello, everybody.
Okay, stream is running.
Yep. Who's this handsome guy?
Hello, everyone.
Ooh,
That's Carl.
let's see.
No.
No, they're talking about this one right here.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah,
Kim's pointing
the other
at.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. As Cross said, he is looking hard as nails in the pic.
Yeah,
Oh,
he looks super professional there.
Well,
yeah,
thank to Lisa for putting that together and to all three of you for letting me join you today on Just Walking with You, which I am dying to do. Usually I am sitting with rapt attention in the audience, waiting to see what you guys are cooking up for this week.
Well, this week we got something hot and boiling on the stove. Maybe I should rephrase that. We have something really cool and awesome.
Okay, I'm trying to get the chat thing going, and I think it's still up for some reason. Up there,
not right now. No.
delay. Because I'm not seeing the chat running in my OBS.
You might need to activate the stream from Social Stream Ninja.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, let's do people things. So, Chris, how are you?
Yes.
I'm very
And
well,
how was it
Carl.
in the chat? Good to hear that. Yeah, I saw that you got some new slides for the Games in Crit. So that's going to be
I
interesting.
do. I am super, super pleased to be back here to talk with you guys, all three, after getting a chance to speak with Carl just a little while ago about the community run Infinite Tabletop, which is Crit, which is our online 100% free to play indie virtual con for role playing game opportunity, where absolutely anybody can come and find a game that they like with as few to none in terms of barriers to access to enjoyment of the role playing game hobby. It is going to run June 20th through 28th this summer. That starts the weekend after Juneteenth, including Friday the 19th, some early bird sessions that are part of this. But we will get into that in just a little bit. I would like to, again, express my gratitude for the opportunity to come and speak to you about it. All three of you are returning Crit GMs who will be running sessions at our event in June, which I'm super excited about. All three of you also being dear friends are also my super core playtest group to try to figure out when I have some dumbass new idea. Uh, and I think it might have legs to present at Crit. The three of you are the ones that I usually turn to say, it's like, how does this sound? And you are all gracious enough to let me know how it sounds.
See, that's really cool.
I also wanted to, if
sorry.
I could,
No, it's just.
I also wanted to make sure that I acknowledged and gave mad respect to the rest of the Crit Planning Committee, which is Scott Skippy Merrill, who handles all of our technical and behind the scenes stuff, the co-founders of Crit, Sam Chafin, aka the Merlitron, and Phil Dudley, who came up with this idea back in the spring of 2023, and we've been doing it now in our fourth year. And last but not least, my partner in crime and the guy who keeps me on even track to get things done, Andrew Strickland of 2716 Gaming.
Excellent. I was just going to say earlier, Chris, that the play testing with you is a lot of fun. I love doing it, but it causes a problem because then I can't play in Crit on those games. So I'm like, okay, this is cool, but then I wish there was a way I could like reverse the memories.
The two ways I have tried to offset that problem, Lisa, are number one, by the fact I'm running 13 games this year, And so statistically, if anybody decides to sign up for crit, they're probably going to play at my table some point during the
Mm.
9.5 days that we're going. The second thing that I am doing in the case of one game in particular, we might be talking about a little bit later, is that I've tried to create replayability of a sort in some of my games. You know, there are games that are on the slate, at least for me, that are now essentially a crit tradition. I've offered them for 4 years running, and each time it's a little bit different. Most of the time, I don't have a returning player. I've had one once or twice though, and I've had to get medieval in order to come up with some twists and turns to keep it fresh with a new group when there's a returning player who might know a little bit about what's up. But that is always my goal. But there are a couple of sessions in particular this year that I have designed specifically with as much replayability as possible, and that's kind of fun. But I like the fact that there are now uh, players who have been enthusiastic participants in crit for several years running who communicate with each other about sessions that they played in different years who now have war stories. You know, the same way people will talk about the time they stuck their head in the devil face in Tomb of Horrors and things like that.
Just real quick, I wanted to say hi to the people in the chat. Say hi to Salty Nick and Cross and Crafted the Yeti. Hello. Thanks for joining us today.
So, Carl, I did hit auto activate, but it's telling me to sign in, but I don't want to sign in as me.
Tell you what, just grab the stream URL and paste it in, rather than auto-activating, paste it in the social stream ninja and activate that.
Okay, so get the stream URL. Okay.
Yeah,
Keep
because
talking
if,
amongst yourselves. I'm sorry.
okay, because if you auto-activate, it's going to look at your channel, not at this one.
Oh. It's under just for I have two, but let me go in the background and get the stream URL.
Okay.
It would be complicated.
I'm going to go ahead and your voices can be heard. I'm going to throw up the thumbnail and I'm going to set up the slideshow of what you sent us to show today. So let me do that.
There he is.
And I will make mention for folks who are hearing about crit for the very first time, how this this idea came about, and kind of what our mission goals and mission statement is, and the fact that I've been fortunate enough to enlist friends like you guys to help make it a reality. In the late spring of 2023, Sam and Phil, who are part of our online Discord community, uh, came up with the ideas like, oh, I got a bunch of games that I really want to run. It would be really great if we just found a week where we would all get together and play in each other's games. And that was a kind of a back of cocktail napkin idea. And Phil was like, that Sam came up with, and Phil said, hey, you know, what if we publicized this and saw if we could bring some new people in?
Okay, so Kim, on your end, add the source in there and
Okay.
yeah, if you need to, we'll paste the stuff in Discord and we'll follow from there. Okay.
Okay. YouTube video ID.
Hi. Are we on?
Give us give it a minute. I can see you.
You did it.
I'm not sure. I just kind of like lay back and took it and thought of the mother country until it got to working.
Yeah, apparently we're back.
Yay.
All right, should we try this again? I'm sorry, people. I hope you're still with us. I really do, because this is really cool stuff to see. All right, here we go. We're going to look at this. Cool. Crossing fingers. Yay. Okay.
Hey, we're
Well
not
done.
frozen yet. Okay, so Chris, you were going with the history lesson.
Yeah,
History lesson.
the history lesson was that this back of cocktail napkin idea that Sam and Phil on our planning committee had now in 2023. Within 30 days, we managed to put together something on the order of 70 games that took place over the first Crit Online Virtual Con that we put together. Uh, we had dozens and dozens of people come and play, including people who were completely new. Uh, and we realized that the model for this kind of a low to no overhead, completely volunteer kind of, fan run, fan created online role playing game opportunity is real and viable, and we were excited. We got fancy the second year, and were able to expand and improve uh, our registration process by integrating a scheduling platform as well. We have added continually each year and year, and uh, we are pleased this year at Crit for 2026, again, with our mission being to reduce barriers to access to role playing game fun for everybody. We have got something on the order of 90 games right now, with more being added still in the run up, with registration having opened on the 20th. Our registration uh, period continues all the way through game week, which again starts with early bird games on the evening of June 19th. Uh, we have been able to expand our roster of GMs. We have been able to expand the style and genre and tone and system catalog for all of the games that we are able to offer each year. Um, this is definitely the most diverse and most interesting crit that we have had to date, and I hope that we are able to continue that trend, all while staying very clear on the fact that we believe in the value to society of what tabletop gaming represents, and how there are social contracts that underpin it, that are bolstered by doing this, by opening a table to so-called randos, which for me is a ridiculous term for friends I haven't gamed with yet.
Right.
And there's so many people who play this game, veteran RPGers, who are like, yeah, oh well, I only play with people I know, and I do this and the other. It's like, that's great, and it's good to build your relationships within your friend group through role playing, because that is one of the beautiful things about the hobby. But at the same time, uh, it would be a grievous loss to me personally if uh, I didn't have the relationships that I have built through sharing my love of this hobby with people that I had not yet met uh, over the course of what is now 48 years of gaming for me, and 48 years as a game master. Um, so I am hoping to share that same experience and that same opportunity with the couple hundred people who sign up for Crit this year.
I see that Andrew from 2716 Gaming is in the chat, and he's
My man.
saying we have around 25 different game systems this year.
Yep, that's correct.
Impressive.
And really a beautiful array. Our focus also, I will make mention, is on independent gaming, which for us means essentially everything other than the Hasbro product or its direct retro clones. Uh, we have had for the last several years a particular focus on independently published creators, people like Carl, who wrote the Four Horsemen playset, which for me, again, dollar for dollar, pound for pound, and just in terms of its high standard of quality, I think is one of the most fascinating and best benchmarks for what a self-published role-playing system a role-playing supplement ought to look like.
Oh, looks
I,
fantastic.
I adore the fact that we get to run 4 Horsemen games under DM Scotty's EZD6 as part of our event again this year. It's something that I personally look forward to. But there are several creators that are, for the last 3 years, DM Scotty himself has donated his time, energy, and creativity to run games for us as part of Crit, and also kind of being our spiritual father as kind of the special guest GM. And we have several independent creators who are going to be running games. That's another wonderful opportunity that you have as a participant at Crit. There are many, many sessions as part of our 90 plus games where you can sit down with the person who wrote the book, who wrote the system, wrote the supplement, uh, and have them present that content to you just for you. That's a really special and unique aspect of what this role playing game opportunity offers everybody who signs up.
Absolutely. I love how also it gives the people, because it's a free online event, people can sign up and they get the chance to try all kinds of different systems that they've never maybe had a chance to try before. I think that's awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Lisa. It's an important thing that we like to do. We want to broaden people's horizons who are already have dipped a toe into the wonderful world of role playing games. And we try to have so many different experiences at the gaming table as part of our event, without a doubt. Um, Scheduling can be another problem for folks. Uh, Online games give us an opportunity to congregate.
Mhm.
Crit is open to players all around the world at every possible time zone. Malta, for example.
Yep.
uh, we have games that we strive for more or less complete coverage around the clock for 9.5 days. So from Friday evening on the 19th through to the second Sunday, the evening in US time zones on the 28th of June. Uh, we have a game running at almost every reasonable hour, and certainly concentrated to make sure that people who are in North American time zones who may have alternative schedules, early or late, or even our regular 9 to 5ers have an opportunity to get in a game before work or get in a
Mhm.
late game.
Yep.
These are things that we want to make because we want to reduce or eliminate scheduling as a barrier to access, the same way that we have been successful in eliminating cost or rules familiarity or hobby familiarity in general. Those aren't problems. You don't have to know anything except be in possession of willingness and an imagination, and a Discord handle and an email address to sign up and play Crit.
I think what I'm going to do is probably just set up a line of espressos so that I can stay awake and get as much gaming in as possible. Want to take a look at some of the offerings and Crit?
Yeah,
Well,
we
we
will
should. Yeah.
absolutely do that.
Okay.
Also, I want to acknowledge Andrew for commissioning again this year some new mascot art. If we pop back real quick, Lisa.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yes.
Trip, our frogkin, our multiverse hopping frog hero, is visiting the Pleistocene here. So we got our subtle Stone Age theming uh, this time around. And I will also say that as part of doing that too, and to just give us a little bit of fun, you'll even find that Trip appears in a couple of adventures, depending on which table you sit at. He's a perennial favorite last year, and Andrew also takes the time to carefully curate and create for us a merch store where you can get some Crit themed items like stickers and T-shirts like the one that Kim is wearing and the one that I am wearing in 2026 colors. Uh, that is gameatcrit.printful.me, in case you're interested in doing that. 100% of the proceeds from the merch store get rolled back into Crit for making future free-to-play events. So you're not only showing your Crit pride and exercising your enthusiasm to be purchasing that merch, but you're also helping us do what we do. And we gratefully offer thanks to everybody who has been part of that experience. I particularly like the coffee mugs. I strongly recommend them. They're very
Mm.
nice.
We will put that link in the doobly-doo for everyone to get a hold of after the stream. But I'm really looking at this awesome Stone Age addition to to his leg.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
multiverse hobby. So yeah, that's right. He is part cyborg. He's got that cybernetic leg. That's been a feature since he first debuted 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And Chris says, "What a riveting character."
Very
Can't
nice.
process.
That's
yeah.
great. I
Process.
love it. All right. I'm going
Yeah,
to
let's take a
us
look at some games.
awesome. Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
lovely.
So I had mentioned the early bird games. Crit is so big and so broad and so fantastic that we can't even cram it all into an extended schedule this year of 9 days. We now encompass a full game week and a weekend on either end of that. Uh, it is a tradition that in the evening hours, the night before, the Friday before our starting Saturday, in this case, June 19th, Juneteenth, that Friday, um, that we run early bird sessions that typically start around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time uh, on that Friday. Half of them are already sold out. We have only, I think we're 9 days into our 8-week registration period, and half of the early bird sessions that we have planned this year are already sold out. There are two that are still have seats, and I encourage anybody who can make them to come on and join because they are appropriate for all participants. The first is mine. It was
Mm.
one of the first the first crit sessions that ever took place on the first early bird evening. It is called Mysteries of Mistvarhenge. It is an index card RPG game that is based on a adventure seed that is part of the Master Edition rulebook. It is takes place in the fantasy setting for ICRPG, index card RPG called Alfheim, and you are a crew of adventurers who has a chance to have the score of a lifetime. You've got an inside line on the location of some super valuable artifacts that, if you can recover them, will simply set you up for life. Uh, there is a mystical portal that appears at unpredictable times, but you have gotten the secret to find out when it is going to appear. And if you and your crew can pull that together and you have the metal to delve the dungeon, uh, you'll be on easy street. That's what Mysteries of Mistvarhenge is, and that's one of those games that definitely has lots of players now in 4 years that have war stories about how that has went. So hopefully you'll get a chance to sit down with somebody who's played Mistvar before when you're playing another game at Crit, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
That
That's
sounds amazing.
open to every possible participant. So that means for young people, for people who have never experienced an RPG at all. It's a great first opportunity to dip a toe into the hobby.
Very cool. That one sounds amazing. That's amazing. I love it.
Jurassic Rush, GM Mirage, our friend Joshua Becklake, is a straight up dinosaur race, fantasy dinosaur race. He has worked so hard to create the mechanics that are specific to this one. It's beautifully done. Uh, Super fun opportunity. Still seats remaining for that on the first Friday night.
I just can imagine what is that dinosaur that has the big club on its tail? I mean, that would be
Ankylosaur.
unfair in a race. Yeah, that would be so unfair in a race because it's running. Bam, bam, you're out.
Oh, there we go. Did
Our
that work?
first
Hey.
Saturday. Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh my God. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
What did you do?
The Ninja finally got Ninja's social stream working.
Oh, okay.
Ah, I'm
Our
sorry.
first Saturday is jam-packed with games, and again, it is particularly stocked with some interesting games, some interesting new systems. Almost all of them are appropriate to any crit participant. So that first weekend has really got a lot of opportunities for new people or young people to come and check out the games that we have. The first one. Uh, doesn't sound like it, but it actually is. It's one of mine. It is part of a series. Carl would be familiar with this, and I think
Yep.
actually Kim is familiar with this one as well. Uh, the first crit event, I ran an Alfheim game in Index Card RPG called the Unalaya Horror, where you are uh, contracted and tasked by an elderly dwarven thane to go up and explore an abandoned castle of the dwarves that's up in the height of this mountain range. And it gets scary from there,
Mhm.
No
is
kidding.
all
Mm-hmm.
I will say.
No
Yep.
kidding.
Yep.
Every
That's good.
year, either nobody comes back or somebody comes back horribly
Mm.
changed. So
Mhm.
every year, this is now part 4. Uh, the Thane decides he's going to send one more party up to see if Castle Saltbeard can be reclaimed. You should be part of this game. So if you like good old dungeon delves in fantasy settings and some interesting challenges, whether you are a new person or an experienced role player, Unalaya Horror is a super lot of fun. Um, Mirage, Josh Beckley, has also come up with Demon Train Pandemonium. In his zeal to get me the resources I need for this, I guarantee you there are no pandas involved in that. But
Aw.
Pandemonium, I guarantee you there are probably some infernals,
Mm,
without a doubt. Uh, think fantasy Snowpiercer, I guess would be the
right.
quickest way for me to
Okay.
try to put that together. But incredible creativity and imagination went into that. Speaking of incredible creativity and imagination, we have a superheroes game, Masked Paws. Masked Paws is not your usual typical superheroes game. You are a team of little furry animal superheroes. This is Dave Ward's game. This is his system that he has put together. Dave is a prolific independent creator who has put together several systems, a number of which he runs Grimwood Games, and a number of which you will be able to see at Crit and experience at Crit. So Mass Pause is interesting because it's set up mechanically that you kind of sink or swim as a team. You are a connected little group of animals, and the success or failure of the mission links all of you as you go about the role playing adventure.
So I can play
Particularly
a
interesting.
squirrel?
Yeah,
Oh, nuts. Had to do it.
Grimwood
Sorry.
Games is like Darkwing Duck or TMNT style.
very
Okay.
much so. And
Lisa,
no, we appreciate Dave. He does a lot of heavy lifting for us every year uh, to make Crit happen, and also help us get the word out. So many
yeah,
thanks to him.
I think he's running 5 games this year. Yeah?
6 at last count, with a
6
couple
already?
more in the hopper as encore sessions, because as they fill up, uh, we don't like to see people sitting on the sidelines. One of the things that
Sure,
we
sure.
talk about when we say barriers to access, if there's a really popular game, get on the wait list. Every single game at Crit has an automated wait list. You can buy a ticket for it. Things happen. Real life happens to people. If somebody has to pull out, GMs go out of their way to try to loop you in and make you part of that. And if there are enough people on the wait list, it is not an impossibility that an encore session is spawned. That is, uh, that GM will simply take the people on the wait list, find out a mutually convenient time and run an additional session just for them. Like
Nice.
that's what we try to do for you guys when you sign up and participate in this event.
And when
Uh,
Chris says,
so yeah, take advantage of that wait
and when
list.
Chris says buy a ticket, that's for the low price of absolutely free.
Yeah.
Goose
Zero.
Free.
goose egg.
Exactly so. You know, I have been a staunch proponent and 100% adamant about making sure that every year crit remains free. Uh, we are not zero cost as an event, but we are a manageable low cost. And the planning committee and we pass the hat around a little bit to some of the GMs who help us out, and we put this on. We design it so that it is as low overhead as possible. One of the things that we would love to see, that I personally would love to see, is that somebody not only comes to crit, plays a crit, enjoys crit. I would like to see somebody steal crit. I would like to see somebody, we essentially use a terrorist cell model in how we have organized this event. You know, we give our GMs a tremendous amount of autonomy. We do have a code of conduct and a standard that we adhere to make sure that it is the highest quality tabletop role playing online experience that we can create. That said, uh, it's almost cost free, not 100%. We've gotten fancy and it costs a few $100 every year. Uh, but it is replicable by as few as 10 or 12 people who had the right set of skills and were willing to put in the time and energy to make it happen. So I would also be happy to talk to anybody who's part of an online community who thinks they want to try to replicate this model, uh, because I would love to see it. Don't do it in June, or I'll come after you. I'll reach through the internet and get you. But but I would love to see this spawn so that instead of only once a year, maybe once a month or at least once a quarter, there was an event like Grit that people could come and enjoy. That would be fantastic. On this Saturday, as the fun continues, our GM Sticky Nick has given us a exciting Super Gonzo Dungeon Crawl Classics uh, adventure called Grimtooth's Museum of Death. I think the name says it all.
Mm.
And anybody who's familiar with Grimtooth's Book of Traps from Goodman Games knows what we're talking about there. S- Super fun time. Just don't get too attached to your character.
Collect all the
Also
flavors
on
card.
Saturday, continuing, I am running lots of Alfheim on Saturday. My straight up dungeon, Alfheim game of Phlegathon, a straight up dragon hunt. You are a group of adventurers who comes into a town on the edge of a burning wasteland, and you're tasked by the local mayors to do what seems like the impossible, but you're given enough help in the form of some special items that you decide to pull it together, and you think you have the metal to go up against an elder fire drake as you seek out Phlegathon, the search.
Dragon.
One of our most prolific players, Lawson Long, who is a wonderful guy, super funny, great GM, and really creative in terms of how he applies mechanics and stuff like that, um, has a nostalgia for many cool things, including, you know, old school fighter arcade games like Street Fighter 2. And if you want that
That's not old.
Capcom
That's new.
flavor, uh, he has put together a series of games, I think 4 in all at Crit this year, under the heading Fighting Dreamers. Uh,
Hmm.
he is really good at what he does. He's a great GM. I have always had a good time every time I've sat down at his table. Uh, and if you want a different flavored experience for index card role playing game, again, part of the panoply of choices that Crit offers you, check out one of these Fighting Dreamers games. I think they're pretty cool. And then on Saturday, a couple of side-by-side sci-fi horror options, also in index card RPG. Uh, the Ocean Incident, written by past Crit GM Wes Allen, the host of the DM Tales channel on YouTube, and published in coordination with Dave at Grimwood Games. The Ocean Incident is a super cool ICRPG sci-fi horror adventure. I believe it has already gone through a backer kit experience, and it is available for you to acquire if you are interested, even if you don't get the opportunity to play. And then last but not least, also in that sci-fi horror vein, is a truly classic adventure that the creator of Index Card Role Playing Game had put together many years ago. Uh, Always a great war story game, Last Flight of the Red Sword.
Mm.
Uh, it is run under the Warp Shell setting rules in Master Edition for ICRPG, and you are essentially a salvage crew that is on a sentient bioship, what is called a warp shell. Uh, it has taken you for unknown reasons to a dying star, and you find in orbit around that dying star uh, the hulk of an infamous pirate ship, the Reptoid cruiser, the Red Sword, and the crew has disappeared. It is your task to dock with the Red Sword, explore it, and investigate that mystery. Uh,
That's cool.
Sam is a wonderful GM, and he is one of the people that you would definitely want to experience Red Sword with to really understand it. He's actually put together his own additions to it that make it particularly special this year, and I think that's a real treat for almost anybody who signs up.
Nice.
Hey, Chris, Grimwood Games says not available yet, but it is
But
coming.
it's coming soon. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. We look
Okay,
forward to it.
Lisa, when you
Yeah.
have a second, could you move the feature chat up a bit because it's getting cut in half by the bottom of the screen?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
going to
is
put
it?
it back. I'm going to put the last one up again so you can see where it is.
There we
There
go.
we
There you
go.
go.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Okay.
BioCD is relieved.
Oh, sorry. I got it. There.
Speed kills. We have a particularly cool GM who was one of my first introductions to DM Scotty's Easy D6 system, Steve Canaris. He is super creative and has a real touch, a real knack for being able to take the very versatile and uh, entertaining core mechanics of EZD6 and apply them to all kinds of fun settings and properties and uh, really just enjoyable games. He's a skilled GM in a very serious way, but also in a very laid back, easy, and approachable way. Speed kills. If I had to use as few words as possible to describe it, is an automotive mystery. Definitely worth checking out. Uh, for Index Card RPG, also on Sunday evening, uh, Thicker Than Water is one of the games that I run under a setting supplement that I wrote a few years ago called the Cthulhu Hack. I wanted a streamlined way to play the classic Call of Cthulhu style Lovecraftian investigation type mysteries, ideally set in the Jazz Age in the 20s. Uh, and to be able to play that, but using the tried and true, easy to pick up ICRPG uh, core mechanics. So I wrote the Cthulhu Hack, and a couple years ago I wrote Thicker Than Water. Thicker Than Water is a humanitarian mission, a race against time. A
Mhm.
dear friend of yours has a bloodborne disease. Her time is running out. you are part of a group of her friends that needs, and this takes place in the Puget Sound area in Seattle in 1927. Uh, you have to go to seek out a reclusive scientist, a hematologist who lives on an island in the San Juan archipelago out in Puget Sound in the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Find this man. He's the only person who really might know how to cure your friend. And you only have days and hours to make that happen. And that is only the first obstacle to get there to his private island. But it's an interesting game. It is one that I've been developing for publication. I'm actually hoping to put it on Drive Through RPG and Itch this year. It's a 32-page adventure. It's pretty
Oh,
comprehensive, and I think it's the best adventure that I have ever written. And I look forward to being able to share it with people at Crit, and I look forward to being able to make it available to the public later this year.
As a
Yeah,
person who has played this game, I have to tell you guys, uh, get in on this game. It is amazing fun. Oh my god.
absolutely.
it is. There's
You
so
are
many things going on, and it is terrible. It is survival. You are trying to
absolutely
figure out what's going on, and you're trying to survive. So yeah,
edge of your seat and
definitely.
you're trying to
Well,
figure
that
out.
is high praise that I am very grateful to all of you guys for helping make it what it is.
There are so many
Yeah, without a doubt.
WTF moments in this game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
no
good
kidding.
description. Yeah, yeah.
We lucked into somebody who was able to clear their schedule, who had been on our reserve GM list. His name is Zachary Ellis, and he is the creator of a game called Peasantry. Peasantry is a straight up fun slapstick medieval, right on the edge of fantasy role-playing game. It is comic in tone and just absolutely delightful if you get a chance to check it out. There are two peasantry games that Zach's gonna run at Crit, and it is absolutely hilarious. It's worth checking out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For a
I,
very
I'm,
different
I'm actually,
tone.
uh, Chris, I'm actually considering taking a day off on the Tuesday because basically it's running at like a crazy hour on Monday morning for me. But I mean, like, look, that picture there just makes me
it's a
want to play it.
it is a great picture. I'm like,
Actually, the
hmm.
art is really amazing in the book on top of it, and it is definitely where Peasantry RPG is, I think, is the website, and is definitely worth checking out. Super fun, super funny.
Group.
For a very different tone, something that has been developed over the last couple of years, a personal friend of mine, uh, Drew GM Tornado Fire on Discord, uh, has gone to great lengths to create an epic prehistoric experience, kind of the dawn of civilization, if you will. Kind of uh, it's a wonderful setting called Mythic Prehistory that he has put together, and he is running a number of games that are in it. Rise of the Myrmidons is this particular adventure that we've got running on Sunday evening, and definitely worth checking out. Uh, yeah, you go head to head against straight up Ant-Man. Should be pretty neat.
Grimwood Games describes peasantries as Monty Python on steroids.
Outstanding. Things start bright and early on Monday. We game all week at every possible hour of the week. Cardio Goblins, our good friend Salty
Ah,
Nick, friend of this channel, friend of our
sorry.
event,
Nick.
uh, created this again very comically toned fantasy adventure. It's very silly and absolutely a joy to play and experience. I was part of a play test of it along with Kim a
Mhm.
while back, and it is, I believe, coming up for publication quite soon. It runs under Index Card RPG. Uh, And yeah, you've got a lighthearted mystery to explore as you stumble into this quaint village, and it gets weird, weird, weird from there. Definitely worth checking out.
Also, speaking of Soltanic, today he published his first RPG product on Drive to RPG. Technically the second, but the first one was a collaboration. This is the first one he did on his awesome, and that's the Necromancer's Lighthouse. He ran it for us.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he ran it for us a while back, and in Pirateburg at the time, and it was like it's hilarious stuff.
And
Wow.
Necromancer's Lighthouse is also going to be a game that you can experience at Crit this year.
Oh, great.
Congratulations, Nick.
Another absolutely indispensable friend to our event and friend to this channel, super awesome guy, the producer and host of Shadows of Arconia on YouTube, which is got fantastic uh, independent RPG live streams and live plays and campaigns. Steve is bringing back one of his previous games running under DM Scotty's Easy D6. It's called Wizard Fight. Imagine that you are spell slinging uh, Magnificent Seven situation. And that's kind of what's happening with Wizard Fight. Definitely well received in previous years. Steve is a fantastic GM. Looking forward to seeing Wizard Fight come back again
Yeah,
this
Steve is fun to play
year.
Yeah.
with. He is really fun, a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah, and he is in the chat. I don't know if we had said anything earlier,
Hey, Steve.
but he isn't. He's in the chat.
I could not be more grateful to Steve for helping run games at Crit, support Crit, get the word out, allow me to develop and present some of this material that I'm debuting at Crit on Shadows of Arconia, and just one of the all-around coolest people that I've gotten to meet as part of this experience. So uh, definitely appreciate him.
He's abusing the
Back
easy
to the Four
D6 magic
Horsemen.
system. Oh, another easy D6 project.
There's a
I love
lot of
it.
Easy D6.
Yeah.
We
Love it.
Yes,
definitely
there
appreciate
is.
that. I think Easy D6, to Scotty's credit, is our second most uh, prolifically uh, run game system at
Really
Crit this year.
cool.
Back to the Four Horsemen, Carl. You have developed a game that we all got to test out. Treasure of the Grey Widow, which I thought was fantastic. Can you give people a capsule of that?
Yeah, you're going up a mountain. You're going to try to find treasure. Things obviously just go tits up as soon as you leave base, basically.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yeah, no, super enjoyable adventure. Things get weird, things get hard, and all in all, just a very rewarding role-playing
I had a great time
experience.
playing that game. Let me tell anyone who plays
Uh,
it, not everything is as what you think it is.
an absolute understatement, without a
And
doubt. Uh,
Steve is saying that he might add another session
Oh,
of his game if it fills up.
do
Nice.
it.
Absolutely. We are expecting that one too, and it would be fantastic if we are able to schedule an encore session for Wizard Fight as well. Uh, Lisa has also kindly created something that again captures, I guess this is more of a steampunk horror uh, flavored adventure. It is called Brass and Bone. Uh, Super creative, super interesting. Lisa, can you give people a little sneak peek at what Brass and Bone looks like?
Sure thing. So, Brass and Bone is an easy D6 system game where you are in a steampunk kind of Victorian type of world where there are thugs and brutes and people who are, strong, dock workers. Um, they're going missing, and the families are concerned. There's some rumor that maybe something is happening in this strange underground fight club that could potentially be causing some mysterious changes. That's all I'll
Love
say.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no spoilers, but just yeah,
Yes.
without a doubt. I will also just say that it is a pleasure, Lisa, to always get a chance to sit down at your table because of the beautifully evocative way that you are able to sort of create these kinds of uh, scenario situations and environments. It is a pleasure. You can take a game that is essentially augmented theater of the mind and make it very real for a lot of people. And it's a rare talent that I appreciate very much. And we're
Oh, I
glad that you're
appreciate
presenting
that.
that this year.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you.
I apologize for my gymnastics. My other screen is behind something, and I opened something and I couldn't see it.
Fantastic. So, yeah, we have got a game of Cairn. And Cairn is an interesting rules light uh, role playing game. The strange name that we have here of this adventure is Brood Mother Sky Fortress. And Brood Mother Sky Fortress, I believe, was originally developed for, I want to say, Lamentations of the Flame Princess. I may be mistaken. Um, but whatever. It is super weird, and I want to say no spoilers, but the thumbnail that Zach had me pick is kind of a giant spoiler. Uh, but yeah, if you like half shark, half elephants, you won't find it anyplace else, but you will find it at Crit. And that is just an example of how gonzo, how weird, and how wonderfully creative and wild things can get in these role playing sessions, or the fantasy sessions, the space sessions, the historical sessions. Uh, so much flavor, so much uh, verisimilitude, so much gritty realism uh, into every different conceivable type and genre and tone is all given to you here in this event. And it is all for free and it is all for everyone. Uh, Open and welcoming to all is at the core of our ethos here at Crit. And we hope that everybody finds that that is their experience at our event.
So, Craft of the Yeti is asking about how he can sign up. He's been listening, hasn't been able to watch. So, um, we, if, well, we know, but Chris, please.
Craft of the Yeti, we welcome you. And yeah, quick Google search, it comes up for me all the time. But gameatcrit.com is easy, or hashtag GameAtCrit will get you in the right direction. And we make it ridiculously easy by sticking this little QR code everywhere. If you scan that thing that's right on the screen at the very center right now, you will get uh, to the Crit website, gameatcrit.com. Gameatcrit.com will have a menu, and that menu in the upper left-hand corner has a registration link. And if you click on that registration link, it takes you to our page on tabletop events. You will notice that every single one of the uh, game sessions that we have here has a little number in the corner. That number, if you search on that number in our events schedule on Tabletop Event, will take you right to the particular game that we have highlighted here today. You can filter by system, you can filter by GM, you can filter by title, you can filter by time of day that it starts, you can filter by day of the week that these games are scheduled. We will help you get to those games. And if you have any problems at all, you ping me and I will get you to the game you want.
He got it. He's in.
We look forward to having you with us this year.
One thing I will say is you do have to create an account on Tabletop Events. It's absolutely free. It's easy. It's absolutely free, and then you can um, get into all the sorting. And so many conventions put their games, their registrations on Tabletop Events. That's very likely that you're going to end up having an account there anyway.
That's
So
right. And I think, fortunately, Tabletop Events is facile enough that one can come in without an account, search and find a crit game that they want, and when they go to put that ticket in their cart and then check out, and we do encourage you to put your free ticket in that
Free.
and then complete the checkout to kind of lock everything in. It will walk you through the steps that are necessary to create your
Mm,
TTE account as well.
okay.
We have a wonderful friend of the event and YouTube dungeon tuber by the name of Jorbin, the Elder Goblin,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
who has been interviewed by some of our fine hosts here. Jorbin uh, is Elder Goblin Games, and he is actually the creator of a independently published system. It's brand new. I've been part of the play test of it and experienced it myself. It is called Seven Delving Sins, 7DS. It is a rules light, streamlined, easy to onboard, fantastic fantasy system that I definitely encourage you check out. Check out his channel and you'll learn more about it and see a little bit about what went into developing
Hmm.
it. What seethes beneath the sunken city is the name of one of three 7DS games I believe he has for us this year at Crit. And this is one of those wonderful opportunities for you to sit down, not only with somebody who is a thoughtful and experienced game master, but also literally the guy who wrote the book. So just like getting in on Carl's games is like, this is your opportunity to experience a piece of role-playing content from the author, and that is a special and unique opportunity to find somebody who has such a deep insight into the content as being presented at the gaming table. Definitely like that. Uh, Somebody who is not as good of a GM as Jordan, but who still writes stuff is me. Bad Actor is the name
Really?
of a game that I got here. This is a Jazz Age tale of revenge and retribution. It is new. Wrote it, and it is actually not only it's set in Seattle in 1929. It is a historical RPG adventure, and it has some interesting mechanics, and it is kind of different, but it's actually available for free. It is also one that you kind of can't spoil. You are a regular old person 100 years ago in Seattle. You have suffered some kind of grievous loss. Maybe it was the death of a loved one. Maybe it was the loss of reputation that completely destroyed you. Maybe it was uh, the breakup of a relationship. For whatever reason, you suffered that loss. And the reason you suffered that loss is because the city council president, Matthew Wiley, is a complete jackass. And he cares not for you. He cares not for your problems. He only cares about cementing his power and getting more of it. And you are 10 weeks off the elections for the city, and he is up for re-election. And you decide that it is time to fight the good fight and right those wrongs and maybe get even plus a little. And that's what Bad Actor is about. Um, it's been fun to see this played. I have it's still doing online play testing right now. I've only played it in person, but it has definitely been uh, an interesting, different kind of role playing experience. So if you like the idea of that kind of jazz age experience when especially at that time in the 1920s here in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle was still the Wild West in a lot of ways. So a lot of corruption, a lot of interesting things going on, and city politics mattered. And so for you to have your personal life entwined with that has made an interesting setting for people to experience and band together and plot their retribution as part of this game. I would love to have some people join me for Bad Actor at Crit.
Hmm.
And one more creator, again, our good friend at Grimwood Games, Dave. Whisper in the Dark is part of his Ironbound urban fantasy offerings that he has for us this year. He put this system together a couple of years ago. It's super solid. It's definitely worth checking out, and you get to play it with the guy who wrote it. Super neat.
I
Hmm.
agree with 2716 Gaming about you saying you're a bad GM. Boo
Oh
hiss. Or not as
no.
good. Boo hiss. You are not you. You're a great GM.
It is a lifetime love and a lifetime journey. I am always going to be a learner, always looking to get a little bit better. I think that GMing makes us better players as hobbyists, and I think that playing makes us better GMs. So one of the things that I love is not only being able to present lots of games at Crit, but also to get to participate as players in few. Because as far as I'm concerned, at least in the online RPG communities that I am part of, that I share with all of you, um, some of the best games of the year happen at Crit. And that's why I'm saying, even if you are only learning about Crit today for the first season, don't sleep on these. Um, these are experienced, enthusiastic, uh, unique game masters who have bent over backwards to put these games for you. A lot of new stuff, a lot of innovative stuff, stuff you will not find elsewhere, and it is definitely worth checking out. One of the secrets that even people who have been to Crit before, uh, I think they don't take advantage of often enough is you can find games, including some of these games here, because we're still early in our registration process, that may have a seating capacity of 4, 5, 6 seats at the table. Nobody's signed up yet. Those are the ones to
Mhm.
particularly jump in on. Bring a friend when you come to Grit. Use that as an opportunity to take somebody who has maybe never played, or maybe you have a regular gaming group of 4 people. Zero in on a game that has 4 free seats. Get your group together, experience it all with your friends, mob that table. And it's like having somebody who is a top notch, experienced GM who's enthusiastic about that particular set of content, going to give you a private game for free. Just let that sink in for a second, because that's really what we're talking about here. Everybody who runs at Crit is somebody who could be charging money in this day and age where we do such things, you know, paid games and the like. Uh, and they are choosing not to, which I think says a lot about them as game masters and as creators and as community members. And so my hat is off to them for their kind contributions and donations of time, energy, and spirit. Uh, but get in on those games. If you see a game that doesn't have anybody, put a group together and jump on that, because what a great opportunity. And especially if you're somebody who is a little bit uh, more on the introverted side and is a little nervous about experience in games, especially if you're new to role playing games, do it with people that you feel comfortable with, and have an intimate experience at Crit.
I agree.
So
I was
look
just
at
saying
what
I
we got.
agree.
Yes, me too. I'm
Here's
nodding.
what Lisa had mentioned a while ago. Here's the infamous uh, graphic of Brindlewood Bay that Lisa was talking about earlier. Um, Brindlewood Bay is a really clever twist on this current fad for what are called cozy games. Salty Nick is putting this one together. This is a cozy mystery where you participate as a little old lady uh, who is one of a gaggle of little old ladies who is all working together to solve some horrific mystery in your local environs.
I love that.
That is the conceit that the game of Brindlewood Bay is built around. And this adventure in particular is called Dad Overboard. So I'm just gonna that kind of says it all. It's a fantastic. There's a lot of whimsy. Again, this is right up Nick's alley for being able to deliver uh, and create a lot and provide a lot of enjoyment at the table with this kind of game. I'm looking forward to it. Back to Steve Canaris. Again, Easy D6, Sasquatch Watch. Sasquatch Watch.
Say that three times
Again, so
fast.
if you are
That's a
looking
great
for
title.
if you're looking for something weird in the woods, this is a great opportunity. And again, DM Scotty's Easy D6 is such an easy to pick up, versatile, fun system. Um, if you haven't played it, play it. If you don't own it, buy it. We love Scotty. We would really be at a loss as a community and certainly as an event without Easy D6 as part of it. Another returning jazz age eldritch investigation of mine, also set in Puget Sound region in the 20s, is the Blackwood File. This again is uh, was at the original event that we held 3 years ago in 2023. Uh, the Blackwood File is based on a Chaosium Call of Cthulhu demonstration game by John Hook, but kind of repurposed and done a little bit differently. Uh, you are a group of individuals who have all had some trouble with the law at some point in time. For whatever reason, right or wrong, guilty or not, uh, you relied on the services of a particularly gifted, principled, and talented attorney by the name of Arthur Blackwood. Uh, it's been a while since you talked to your attorney, but you find out he's come on hard times. Uh, he is now widowed. His wife is dead, the victim of a grisly attack for which he has actually been tried and convicted. He is on death row, due to be executed. Uh, he will face the electric chair in a matter of hours and days if only the governor does not intervene. And so his employer and friend has relayed the fact that he has called upon you as people who have helped him in the past to clear his name before time runs out. And that is the nature of the Blackwood File. It's an interesting race against time.
I believe I play tested this one too, if I
You did
recall.
the very first year, Lisa.
Fun, fun, fun. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
Another independent creator and dungeon tuber of note that we are happy to have as part of our crit family this year is Peter Lang, author of Tales from Elsewhere, kind of a weird west uh, survival horror RPG system that a lot of people are talking about and a lot of people are enjoying. Uh, Peter has given us 3 games from his creative mind this year.
Ah.
One of them is The Crossing of La Lengua River. They take place in his Clock World setting and run under his Tales from Elsewhere system. You've probably seen this on the internet, but here's your chance to get it straight from the horse's mouth. Any of his games is going to be fantastic. Super nice guy. Again, one of those people that being part of this experience of bringing this kind of event to the public. I'm so grateful to have him as a partner in this, and so fortunate to have met him and gotten to know him as part of this.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
check
Yeah.
that out. Carl's done an interview. Uh, yeah, definitely. Tales from Elsewhere, Clock World.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yes, it is. As we get to the midweek, Steve Boshier of Shadows of Arconia is back with something special. This is a Morkborg game called 100 Years Black. 100 Years Black, Beneath the Black, is Steve's setting that runs adjacent to his Shadows of Arconia main campaign live stream games on YouTube and takes place a century before the time where his main campaigns are set. So this is our Morkborg offering for people who want a hardcore death metal feel
Mm.
to a particularly unique and creative fantasy environment for that. Another person that we are glad to have with us from Grumpy Corn Games is Josh Bowman. He is running a Tales from Elsewhere game for us, Peter's setting, called Massacre at Meridiana. And that one is just recently added to our calendar. We're glad to have him with us,
Nice.
and we're glad to see more Tales from Elsewhere. He's running a couple other games for us, including, I think, Stars Without Number. Uh, Definitely some super cool stuff to have.
Just about Beneath the Black, Steve was saying that last year it was a TPK. Happens.
Just putting that out
Happens.
there, but
Just
an
put it out.
enjoyable TPK.
Enjoy peeps.
No,
So,
It's
you
TPK's
fun.
not
know,
What do you
bad,
know?
just don't
It
get
happens.
attached.
Who wants to live forever? Huh?
right?
Well, not Morgborg characters for sure.
Now, I am a fan of Index Card RPG. You guys all know this. Everybody knows this. In
What?
fact, Crit, this is the first time in dozens of games in 4 years at Crit in 2026 that I'm actually running a session that's not ICRPG. Well, the
Ooh.
13th session I'm running is Star Trek Adventures, but the other ones are all ICRPG, as has been every single game that I've run at Crit in years past. If you are new to ICRPG, or even if you're not new but you don't know about it, and you're looking for a simple, easily malleable, insertable, enjoyable, playable adventure that you can do what you want to, including get a TPK,
Yep.
uh, my friend Andrew from 2716 Gaming has put together the Hall of Lord Ashthorn. It's just a simple mini dungeon with 3 encounters. Uh, the ability to adjust those and challenge tune it as you see fit to make it very, very useful to any GM uh, when that GM needs an evening sessions content and wants to run it under Index Card RPG. It's absolutely fantastic. It's available at 2716gaming.itch.io. I think that it is the quintessential and best straight up boom. Here's an ICRPG one shot adventure out there. Love it to death. It's another one of those games that a lot of people will have uh, war stories about who are part of the ICRPG fan community. Our Crit co-founder, Sam, is offering another option that is giving you a little bit of that kind of swashbuckly historical adventure feel. It's called For the Revolution. This is a returning game under a new title at Crit, and I won't spoil too much of it, but I definitely encourage you to visit our event schedule and to check out his teaser for it, For the Revolution. Sam is a warm and wonderful, skilled veteran GM. Sit at his table and enjoy yourself. Just a great guy. And none of this whole event would be here without him.
Ooh, that's scary. Ooh.
As we get into Thursday, Thursday is fantastic because Thursday is the day of the week here that is really where we get into every flavor of horror. A smorgasbord of horror options that we have for you.
We like horror.
Um,
We like horror.
One of the most skilled members of our ICRPG fan community, out of which Crit was born, a guy who's just a real sweetheart, great GM, wonderful player if you ever get to have him at a table, is Jerry Whiting. Jerry Whiting can access any IP, can access any genre, and put together that so that it runs into an enjoyable session of role playing for an evening. And I am just so jealous of his talent and the facility with which he does these things. He has run Planet of the Apes games in the past, Star Wars games in the past. It's like every other thing that he wants. He's got Lord of the Rings for us this year with a game called Witch King Hunt. Uh, and then this gonzo thing is called Bassmaster Classic, but monsters. And it's exactly what it sounds like. So if you can imagine like a, a sea serpent fishing derby type of thing, I was
That
like,
is
I
cool.
just love that he has these ideas. And like he does a lot of heavy lifting for us this year. He helps us fine tune our content as part of our GM locker room each year. Um, Jerry makes running crit a whole lot easier. So all blessings to him. But get in on that game, fantastic opportunity.
You won't
And
believe the
then
size of the thing I caught
two of
today.
two of our two of our hosts here are running some really great eldritch investigation horror type deals that we got here, and one of them is one of my particularly favorite Chaosium Call of Cthulhu uh, investigations. Kim, tell us, just give us a tease for the Jazz Age adventure, Dead Man's Stomp.
So Dead Man Stomp is a Chaosium adventure, and basically 1920s Harlem jazz scene where you're enjoying yourself and having a meeting in the hottest club, and you encounter and witness something that should not happen. One of the things, it happens, but what happens after that should not happen. And so you end up trying to research and figure out what is going on, and it really is it basically it's a very human tale about the reasons that it's happening, and the people that are involved, and but it's extreme, it's somewhat touching, and it also involves the themes of the era,
Yeah,
the
without a
the
doubt.
absolutely. So I invite everyone to come, but understand that you got to talk about what's going on at that
And
time
if I'm
frame.
not mistaken, Dead Man's Stomp, I believe it was written by Chris Spivey. Is that correct?
I'd have to look at the name. I'm not positive.
So Chris Spivey also wrote a larger full book supplement, or at least uh, that was originally published under I think it was Darker Shade Games, but eventually licensed by Chaosium, called Harlem Unbound. And Harlem
Mm.
Unbound is an even wider kind of universe. Again, very historical, very grounded. Uh,
Hmm.
Area of adventure where these kinds of historical eldritch investigations and adventures can take place. Definitely worth checking out. Brilliantly put
Hmm.
together piece of work. Um, Dead Man Stomp, I am really looking forward to seeing and getting the feedback on how Kim does it, because I would not hand Dead Man Stomp to just any GM, but I
Oh.
have 100% confidence that Kim is going to take the same richness that she brings to all of her horror games and apply it to this particularly intriguing and really quite sandboxy
Hmm.
uh, adventure. There's a lot of different ways that Dead Man's Stomp can unfold
Hmm.
for the investigators who are part of it, even if at some point it eventually circles back to certain climactic events, and I won't spoil it. But
No.
get in on this game. This is a great game and in the hands of an impeccable GM.
Oh.
And if I may, I've played at Kim's table, and I mean, she is a great GM, but one of the things that she does so well is she adds the human aspect to her games, where there's more to it than just, oh my gosh, there's something to deal with. There's feeling behind it. If you watch her channel, you'll see it in the stuff that she posts to her channel. So definitely, it's
Yes,
a lot of fun.
definitely. You gotta check out Quest Board Terrain at every
Mhm.
opportunity.
For sure.
Oh, thank you. 2716 says originally was Mark Morrison, but Chris Bynum was part of the updated version. So
Okay, there we
I'm
go.
not sure about the history. Steve had mentioned about, I think about one of his games. He hadn't prepared a slide, but his Tuesday DCC game, the Scum of the uh, was a prequel to Shadows of Arconia Campaign 3. And anyone who
That's right.
plays in that session will get to play in the setting before his main campaign players do.
Okay.
Outstanding.
Interesting.
Because the Shadows of the Abyss is the current kind of palate cleanser short campaign arc that Shadows of Arconia is currently airing with our friend Alan as GM before Steve goes back to start the main campaign number 3 for Shadows of Arconia. And so there's a teaser for that, and there's an opportunity to get a sneak peek at that at Crit. You have opportunity to see a lot of sneak peeks for this kind of independent content that is coming out again from the creators themselves. It's a hallmark of Crit. It's something that we try to say, hey, not only are you getting to do this for free on your schedule and with good people, but you're even getting to peel the curtain back and take a little peek at things to come in the indie role playing world. So that's
Yeah,
definitely a
it's the
lot of
place
fun.
for the
We have seen from DM Scotty in the past.
it's the place for full nerd immersion.
Full
Yeah,
nerd immersion.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We've seen from DM Scotty in the past some of the EZD6 things that have gone on to publication now as full play sets have seen debut of material at Crit, and we are hoping for more of that in the future. Um, Another person, of course, who loves Call of Cthulhu, loves Lovecraftian style investigations, and has a true mastery of that is our good friend and host, Lisa. Lisa, can you tell us about Skin Deep, which we all got to play and which I personally found absolutely fantastic, not only for uh, the expansive uh, setting that you allowed us to explore, but also for you tolerating my Boston accent for 4 hours, which I thought was pretty neat.
Well, you tolerated mine, so it worked. You did a very fine Boston accent, by the way, Chris. Um, so Skin Deep is a modern day Call of Cthulhu game where you're in you're in Arkham, and there are two siblings, or siblings, they're brothers that own a tattoo shop, and they have come across a revolutionary tattoo ink that is luminescent and hypnotic and is not like anything that's ever been seen before, and clients are flocking to their shop to get tattoos done with this ink. However, those clients begin to disappear, and it's up to you to find out what's going on.
Outstanding.
And the cat is
Yeah.
sticking his
And
tail in my mouth.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, for
go
the
ahead, Kim.
Skin Deep, that is it's a classic Call of Cthulhu type of mystery.
And yeah, this crew right here is responsible for a lot of the Call of Cthulhu that we have been able to provide at Crit in years past, and again this year.
Oh,
One of my all-time favorite systems, and one I'm really grateful to see. I consider, even though it's from Chaosium, Chaosium has been a major publisher for 40 years, but I consider Call of Cthulhu kind of to be the OG indie role-playing game. It's like if you didn't play
Hmm.
Dungeons and Dragons, you were a Call of Cthulhu
Hmm.
person, and it's like so that's why we give
Sure.
it a place of honor and a lot of love at our independent role-playing game
Mhm.
event. Um,
So,
and then
Chris,
to round out this Thursday horror vibe, again, in keeping with that Eldritch investigation and all kinds of spooky things, another original scenario I wrote under my Cthulhu hack rules for Index Card RPG that debuted last year at Crit, I do believe, is called Whiter Than Snow. Whiter Than Snow uh, brings together again, Jazz Age Seattle, 1927, uh, brings together people from different walks of life who receive a mysterious communication from an unknown agent. That unknown agent brings them together and tells them that they are all in danger and the time is running short. And it is no spoiler to say that before your eyes, the man is suddenly no more, disappears, dispatched by supernatural means. And you realize that your group is now being hunted. That's what Whiter Than Snow is about. And I look
Mm,
forward to playing that with people again this year.
mhm.
I played this last year, and it's a really good story. I remember I think I got shot in the head before the last act, but
Like
How
you
can you
do, it
remember?
happens.
How do you remember that? You got
Yes,
shot
I
in the
do.
head.
Felix Foxy Meyer, that was a
that's the
great
guy.
character, and you brought him to life brilliantly. Uh, the next day, our second Friday, as we get to the end of game week on that last weekday of Crit, uh, Lawson, who has put together uh, the Fighting Dreamers series, has another one that he is bringing back. So if you're looking for something a little more piratey, again running under ICRPG, he's got two games under the Treasure Rush heading that he has put together.
Oh, nice.
Again, great GM, wonderful person, wonderful human being, uh, and a really prolific creator who's really got some neat stuff coming through the pipe for publication. Check out Lawson's game Treasure Rush, a fun pirate style adventure.
Yarr. That's good.
Uh, Easy D6 Elemental Duel is the third of Steve Canaris's games. Uh, and this is Spell Slinging Wizards, another
Mm,
one that you definitely want to be able to check out. Andrew of 2716 Gaming is the author of a supplement which I was fortunate enough to playtest and edit for him. It is called, he is my indispensable editing partner on my uh, materials for publication, and I try to lend him a seasoned eye for his. Uh, Save the King is an adventure for Tales of Mackay. Tales of Mackay is his Dumas-inspired Three Musketeers style uh, adventure
Nice.
setting guide. It's got unique mechanics. It's very complete. It's a tremendous amount of fun, and it really captures the flavor of those books. Um, it is available. Again, you can go to 2716gaming.itch.io and check out Andrew's extensive catalog of content that he has now published. But this is an ICRPG experience like no other. And there's three different sessions of Save the King that kind of go in series, and you don't have to play them all to be part of it. But definitely something that I'm proud to have witnessed the development of, and that I cannot recommend more heartily. And then last but not least, one more ICRPG. Don't miss this. Don't sleep on this game. A Crit co-founder Sam Chafin is bringing Dice Hard. Dice Hard it has an interesting story because a year or so ago, again, Sam having all these wonderful brainstorms that he has, he's like, I think I want to run a Die Hard game. And I was like, "Oh my god, that is the most brilliant idea." It's like, "Can I steal that from you? Except I wish to make the players the terrorists for Die
mhm,
Hard."
mhm.
And last year at Crit, uh, some of our friends here played in sitting on a beach earning 20%, which was my homage to Die Hard, my
Uh,
cinematic homage to that world, and where you got to be the
Mhm.
terrorists. That was thanks to Sam. Wouldn't have happened without him. We had a
Yeah.
blast. Now you get to play the proper way, the flip side, where you are a do-gooder who is caught in a Nakatomi style terrorist standoff. And again, wonderful GM, super cool concept. Don't miss Dice Hard. It's going to be great. And our final weekend uh, at Crit. We are already selling out of a lot of games. We are trying to add the remaining games that will be added to the schedule in our final weekend on the 27th and 28th of June to really pad out that schedule, because we know that that's prime time for a lot of people. You know, you're working 9 to 5, you can't stay up late. But when Saturday and Sunday roll around, you're going to get in as many games as you can, and we encourage you to do so. One of the game sessions that I'm running at Crit that goes all the way back to our first event in 2023 and even predates that, in a campaign that was started by one of our past community members, GM Cloak, and uses his setting supplement for the Ice Age as an extension to ICRPG Master Edition's Blood and Snow setting. Is called Mammoth Consequences. And Mammoth Consequences is an epic mammoth hunt, the
Mm.
mightiest of the game animals that your tribe desperately needs you to procure. Uh, you get to be part of a band of hunters who goes and seeks out this legendary beast to bring it down and bring it back to your tribe. And doing that is only the first of your obstacles. So I would love to see more people return this year and enjoy and experience all that Mammoth Consequences has to offer.
It's cool.
Also on Saturday in the evening is a game that is near and dear to my heart. It is part of an original cyberpunk setting that I append using Index Card RPG as the rules engine, and it has expanded from this single initial adventure into an entire setting that I'm preparing for publication called Crime and Chrome. And Crime and Chrome uh, allows you to experience more grounded, uh, more gritty, more with greater verisimilitude, but still with all the sci-fi, dystopian, fantastical elements uh, that the cyberpunk genre lays as its claim to fame. Operation Noir is my homage to the original Blade Runner film. Operation Noir is no independent replicants. You are the hunter, a law enforcement contractor known as a kite, part of a team of law enforcement interdictors, uh, tasked with finding fugitive artificial people and either apprehending them or relegating them to non-person status. Uh, Lisa and Carl and Kim were part of my original online playtest group for this, and ran it last year to uh, very, very, very rewarding effect at Crit. So much so that the original Crit group from 2025 who played this has continued to play this at a biweekly to monthly intervals for a full year as we have
Mm.
expanded the universe. So a lot of that play, my thanks to James Bacon and Heath Robinson and Scott Kelly and Captain Matt for uh, helping me create the world of Crime and Chrome and that Operation Noir takes place in the 2050s in Seattle, and roll it back into the experience that I'm offering this year at Crit to a brand new group who's going to experience it. You'll also be able to see the sequel to this adventure coming up in May. I believe it is May the 18th on Shadows of Arconia, thanks to Steve
Mm.
Boshier.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Is there anything following that one? Say yes,
Uh,
please.
yes, there is, in point of
Yay,
fact.
yay, yay, yay,
Woohoo.
yay.
You guys who have already seen what the sequel looks like will get a chance to experience the next installment, which is called Operation Noir: The Numbers Game.
Oh, excellent.
Ooh,
Mm.
okay.
Mm.
And
Sounds
rounding out our experience on Sunday, we have got uh, probably the most elegant one-page RPG there is. It's pretty famous. It's called Lasers and Feelings. It's ridiculously simple. It's a sci-fi horror, sci-fantasy type of deal where you are just part of a crew of a deep space cruiser, and your character is really simple. It's either really good at shooting stuff or feeling feelings.
Okay.
And believe it or not, just by setting such a simple spectral parameter as your core mechanic in your RPG, you can tell really interesting, really varied stories. And lasers and feelings, what's in that graphic is literally the entire game on a page.
Mm.
And I think you can download it for free, and it is worth checking out. And if I am not mistaken, that is being brought to us. Let me make sure I don't tell a lie. By Josh Bowman. Yes, it is. Grumpy Corn Games. So our thanks to him for adding that to the schedule. We have never had this game before at Crit, but I am almost certain that it will not be the last time. It's definitely a fun and interesting experience at the table, and something that if you are new to the role playing game hobby and new to GMing, you can download, grok, and present to your friends to begin a journey that can last a lifetime.
That is cool.
Yeah.
My closer, the last of 13 games so far that I'm going to be running at Crit, and the Sunday evening way to go out, hopefully with a bang, is something that you guys have also all played and helped me create and play test. It's called On the Banks of the Yakagani, the mighty Yakagani River that runs through uh, Pennsylvania, tributary to the Monongahela, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, it's 1927. You are on a midnight train out of Pittsburgh, bound for Washington, D.C. for reasons. Um, how you get there and what happens along the way may not be what you planned, because things are going to get weird.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the
Weird's a good
Yes.
word.
Weird.
it's the last of my it's the last of my uh, Cthulhu Hack games in addition to my final session for Crit for
Yes.
2026.
There
And
was a plethora of
I
WTF
have a lot of
moments.
fun with this one. It always goes sideways differently each time, and it's super exciting to see what happens. And I love sharing it with new groups of players.
Yep.
Um, I hope that everybody got a chance to see. And again, my sincere and heartfelt thanks to you guys for letting me come on and talk about this event that I love, with the people who help bring it to the public and that I care about. It is a labor of love to make Crit happen each year, and but it's worth doing because I think that the the that sharing the enjoyment of the role playing game hobby with new people is really good. It's an easy way to access all the kinds of social interaction uh, from which society can benefit. You're meeting new people, you're using your imagination, you're having good times, you're creating memories, and you're exploring what it means to be people. That's why we do Crit, to put it in a nutshell. Um, so thank you very much for letting me talk about it. I hope people got to see that there is something accurate for everybody out there. Um, Anybody who's watching, do me a favor. Uh, Even if you can't make it this year for whatever reason, and honestly, I don't know what you're doing except going on vacation at the end of June that would keep you from finding at least one game to join. But tell somebody about Crit today. Get them to sign up at gameatcrit.com. Have them join our Discord server. Have them check out our tabletop events page. Have them participate this year, June 20th through 28th. We love bringing this to more people every year, and that would be a tremendous help to us. But thank you all. I appreciate the opportunity to come and talk about this. And they can also reach me on Discord on the ICRPG community server if there are any questions about
And
what
we
we're
will
doing.
include that in the doobly doo, that link.
And thank you, Chris, for as I put up a couple of the comments. You're a dynamo. Aside from the creativity and all the games that you've created and run, you are a dynamo.
For
And
sure.
and
Absolutely.
and as you said, there are so many other games as well. There are even more games than Chris presented today. So please
Mhm.
take a look. There's so much there for everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'd
this
be
was
here for
not even
many
half of
hours.
our catalog for this year.
Yes. Will you be willing to stay with and look at the showcase with us? Real quick.
100%. You know that
Awesome.
I'm a crafter at heart, just like you guys, and I'd absolutely love to see what the viewers of the channel have been putting together in the last few weeks.
Yes. Okay. Get begun. Okay. Sorry. All right. Let's take a look real quick, and then we'll do our closing. Oh, this is from Lawrence from Dirty Basement Terrain.
Yeah.
Lawrence is absolutely amazing crafting YouTuber and just has beautiful techniques that he brings to us. That tree is, first of all, super creepy with all the little things crawling on it and the dead
Right.
babies hanging from nooses and stuff, because you got to have dead babies when it's Lawrence. Uh, I love that. I mean, like I said, it just the softness and subtleness for the colors that he finishes it with, I think are part of what makes it great. You know,
There's even little
his
skulls
a
in the bark.
painstaking ability to add in all the little details. He tells stories with his terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
A
Yeah.
true
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah. The bark is excellent.
Yes. Yes. The fact that there's skulls embedded in the tree itself, it's almost like
And what did he use for his principal material in this one? I know he has got a video out, but I bet I didn't catch it.
This looks
ah,
like milliput at least, or some kind of putty.
Nice.
You wear an armature of some kind, I guess, but that's definitely
That's
what putty looks like.
hardcore sitting there tying all those tiny little nooses too.
right.
I think that's wire, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably wire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. No,
But
this
yeah,
is
lot
good
go on,
stuff.
Lisa. Yeah.
No,
I was
no.
gonna say with the time it takes to do all that texturing too, if it's for milliput or putty. Really
There's
cool.
another. Oh, see, there's a full-on skeleton there. I like that. Oh, dead rat. Yum yum.
You sound very excited,
Yum
Lisa.
yum. Dead
Ooh,
rat. Yum yum.
piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Look, there's
What kind
skulls
of
all the way up
roadkill
to
can
this
we
side.
find on this tree? It's like Where's Waldo, but with dead rats.
Right?
that would
Where's
I mean,
dead
all the
Waldo?
Kim writes down the next crafting challenge.
joking about the texture variations on this are fantastic.
No, it's true.
I love
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the marsh grass foliage. That's the killer right
Yeah.
there for me. That's the one that really sells it.
This little
The
rat right
roots,
here, he has
amazing.
no idea what's coming for him over here. He's like, check this out. I'm looking at this grass. Wow. Oh, I don't know what these two are doing, but they should not be there. That's good. That's so good. Good, good, good. Wow.
That's a good
Excellent
angle.
work. Excellent,
Mhm.
excellent work, Lawrence.
You could probably stick a mini at the top there.
Oh
Where all
yeah,
the branches meet.
absolutely. Oh, you could like even maybe put like a a tree
A house.
a tree house of terror.
Or some more dead rats.
Right.
Oh,
Why not
glued
both?
together.
Excellent. Really, really good, Lawrence. Thank you so much. Oh, and there's a video. Okay, hang on. Mm,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Hey, there's vacant nooses.
Instant vibes on any table with that thing.
Yes, yes.
Look at all the skulls in the bark. That's amazing. I love that. That's good. Good. Yeah. So there's two different trees, I guess. Yeah, there's two different trees. That's great. That's great. Look at the webbing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So it's kind of funny. Don't worry, this will be an easy adventure. You're just going for a walk in the woods, and then you put these down on the table.
Yeah. Oh
Womp
yeah.
womp.
You're going hunting in the woods, and those are the trees. It's like, what are we hunting for?
Right?
Who said you're
So,
hunting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
this is Pepper, friend of the channel. She's
Mm.
sending in the bridge that she's been working on. There's extenders. That's lovely. As
That's
usual,
Yeah,
her
I
great,
stuff
saw
is
great
this
photo there.
amazing.
one previously. Pepper really uh, takes what I find really to be a refreshingly methodical approach to a
Mm.
lot of these things, and is frequently somebody who creates big sets of terrain that, again, they scratch that itch for me in that they tend to be versatile through their modularity,
Hmm.
and that's like a thing where I'm like, yes, that's what I like to see. This one, of course, the center section can swap out, so you use that little bit in the middle instead, uh, which just gives you more opportunities to trot it out and bring it to the table and repurpose it in different table setups. I
Hmm.
love this.
Mm.
Great design, beautifully
Hmm.
I really
finished.
like the breaking patterns. It's like it's not the it's kind of slightly randomized, which makes it look really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a pet peeve of mine as a tabletop bridge builder, and I can see that this one overcomes the obstacle, which is that ramps for tabletop miniatures can be quite
Yes.
challenging. In that frequently it's easy to make them too steep and not sufficiently textured, so that when you put a mini
Mm.
on the incline, it slides
Hmm.
down, and that
Mhm.
sucks. But you know, I I find it's like a 1 to 3 and 3/4, 1 to 3.5 grade where it works just about right for me without
Hmm.
relying on mechanical lockup. But that's just my pet peeve, and I can see that Pepper's got this so that there's a mini stuck there and it's staying in place, and that means that this bridge works by my estimation, and I'm very pleased to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
20.
Chris, it was a lot harder when most of the miniatures were metal.
Oh
Yeah,
my
without a
gosh.
doubt,
No
because,
kidding.
you're right, but
True.
that's why I say, I give that ballpark number for what I found works for me based on how much texture I don't want to have to put in, like on a mostly smooth incline or something is just texture rolled. I find that 1 to 3.5 is about the right rise over run. But, uh, yeah, it definitely it's an important consideration because
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
difference between what we do and what dioramists do and what
Mm.
like the railroad guys do is like it's got to be rugged, playable. We have to build it quickly and relatively
Mhm.
inexpensively, and so there are a lot of things that go into this,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
there are interesting considerations afoot.
Yeah. 2716 feels the gaming feels like something you could drop into a 1490 Doom or similar skirmish game too. Very
Yes, you
cool.
could.
Uh-huh.
You could take those two
Yeah.
center sections and build some towers around them. It would make them perfect for 1490 Doom, give or take whatever the correct heights are to meet
Mm.
that particular rule set.
Oh, you mean, oh, yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, that would be very cool. That would be very cool. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Pepper and Lawrence. That's we love looking at your work. And Chris, thank you for joining us
Beautiful
today,
work.
giving us
Thank you, guys.
more details about Crit.
Mhm.
Again, we'll be putting the information that Chris provided as far as linking to getting registration and booking a game in the doobly doo. If you have any questions, we will also be including how to contact Chris, or you could also tap one of us on the shoulder. We'll show you too. Any closing comments, guys?
Just my thanks. You guys have been part of this event now for a couple of years, and part of my life for longer than that, and I'm very, very grateful uh, for this opportunity. We're doing it again this year. We're looking to keep this going for some time to come. It is a labor of love, and it is not possible without friends like you.
Well, thank you. And we're very, very pleased to be enjoying uh, running games and playing in games. And I'm hoping that, you'll be kind and not kill me.
It could happen.
It's an honor, Lisa. It's an honor.
Oh, okay.
And thanks to everybody in the chat for comments and questions and just general support. Bring a friend. Tell somebody
Yeah.
about Crit today. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Really looking
So,
forward to this.
yeah, me too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Kim, what are we doing next week?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
I think it was something about taking over the world or something like that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to craft over the world. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
actually, I think next week, Carl, why don't you tell us what we're doing next week?
Next week, I believe we have a guest.
Mhm.
Okay. Maya from I try to remember a number of channels because she does have
Yeah.
quite a few. But it's Maya from Looking for a Mom and
Looking for
Maya's
Mom.
Games Room, I
Yeah.
think.
I
Maya,
think so.
Maya, sorry, yeah.
Maya.
Maya. Yeah. Maya.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, we'll be talking about her new project, which is Best Leave Them Go Salon, which is an unofficial Old Gods of Appalachia uh, uh, actual play.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
It sounds like fun. I'm very excited.
Much
Yeah, I
horror, very.
am really excited. I've been listening to her stuff.
Maia has a
Horror.
particular penchant and a passion for specific types of horror, and is definitely somebody. I'm over on the Looking for Mom Discord server myself
Mm.
for the last few months, and yeah, I have certainly consumed their content. One of her companion GMs over on Looking for Mom is Andrew Park, the real MacGuffin. Andrew is kind enough to have also got a nearly sold out game. I think there's only one seat
Mm.
left
Really? Okay.
in his
Oh,
Mirado
excellent.
Korean
Mm.
inspired campaign at Crit this year. But we are happy to have him too for some Looking for Mom representation here in our Crit community as well. But yeah, she has very high standards.
Mhm.
For the kind of content that she looks to provide. And I bet she'll be a fascinating guest to speak to next year in her, relatively short tenure producing online actual plays and even in participating in a role-playing uh, game hobby. But someone who's got a lot of considered opinions about that. I think it'll be a fascinating discussion when you guys have it next year.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm very excited to talk to her. I've met her in a chat, I think once. So I'm very excited to talk to her.
We'll put links to Maya's stuff also in the doobly doo so that you can get an example of some of the stuff that you can be anticipating for next week, because the stuff that I listened to on the podcast blew my mind. I mean, I was like, wow, this is
There's
awesome.
some great stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I will
Well,
definitely be tuning in next week to check that one out.
well, thank you.
That's great.
And thanks everybody for joining today. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. I'm hoping to
You
get that
overcame.
resolved. We overcame. And thank you. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Kim. Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
And I hope everyone has a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.